Perrion Winfrey's signing with the Dallas Cowboys is one of the most intriguing developments in this NFL offseason and could mark a critical turning point for a defense that's already brimming with talent but looking for that extra edge to dominate deep into the postseason. As one of the league's most promising yet under-the-radar defensive linemen, Winfrey brings not only physical attributes but an undeniable energy and hunger that could shake up the entire identity of the Cowboys' front seven. After a couple of up-and-down seasons with the Cleveland Browns where flashes of brilliance were often overshadowed by inconsistency and limited snaps, Winfrey is entering this next chapter of his NFL journey with a chip on his shoulder and a vow to wreak havoc. And if his attitude, talent, and raw explosiveness are any indication, Cowboys Nation may have just added a secret weapon who could become a fan favorite and a true difference maker on Sundays. At 6'4" and 290 pounds, Winfrey has the prototypical build for a hybrid defensive tackle with the versatility to play multiple spots across the line. He's known for his explosive first step, violent hands, and a relentless motor that doesn't quit until the whistle blows. Those traits alone make him a tantalizing addition for defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer, who's known for unleashing interior defenders in aggressive, attacking schemes. Pair that with Dallas' current pass-rushing arsenal, which includes superstar linebacker Micah Parsons, veteran DeMarcus Lawrence, and rising talent like Sam Williams, and you have the makings of a defensive front that could be downright frightening. Winfrey's ability to generate pressure from the inside could open up new lanes for Parsons off the edge, or collapse pockets in such a way that quarterbacks have no choice but to step into chaos. His role isn't just to fill gaps, it's to create disruption, force hurried throws, and allow Dallas' secondary to feast. Winfrey's journey to the Cowboys wasn't straightforward. Drafted in the 4th round of the 2022 NFL Draft by the Cleveland Browns out of Oklahoma, he came into the league with high expectations. In college, he was a standout at the University of Oklahoma, earning second-team All-Big 12 honors while leading the Sooners in tackles for loss and displaying the raw tools scouts drool over: burst, leverage, hand quickness, and a nastiness that defined his playstyle. However, his transition to the pros was rocky. The Browns' rotation-heavy scheme and coaching changes limited his opportunities to truly shine, and though he flashed potential in key games, including multiple quarterback hits and a pair of sacks in his rookie year, consistency and maturity were points of concern. But if there's one thing Dallas is betting on, it's that the fire in his belly is real, and that the structure, mentorship, and hunger in the Cowboys' locker room can help unlock the beast within. In his opening press conference with the Dallas media, Winfrey didn't mince words. "I'm here to destroy pockets. I'm not here to take up space. I'm here to change the game," he said, his voice firm and eyes steely with conviction. That mindset is exactly what this Dallas team has been cultivating under head coach Mike McCarthy and the newly installed Zimmer-led defensive staff. With veteran leadership surrounding him and a culture of accountability and competition, Winfrey is stepping into a situation tailor-made for both his development and his breakout. Unlike in Cleveland, where defensive line rotations often saw him buried behind veterans with limited in-game reps, the Cowboys seem ready to plug him in immediately as part of a starting or high-snap rotational role, especially in nickel and third-down packages where his burst off the ball and bull rush can be maximized. Combine that with an improved secondary that includes Trevon Diggs, Darren Bland, and Malik Hooker, and it's clear the Cowboys are building from the front and back simultaneously, with Winfrey potentially becoming the glue that binds it all together. Statistically speaking, Winfrey's numbers don't yet scream Pro Bowler, but raw stats rarely tell the whole story. In limited reps, he managed multiple pressures and QB hits, and according to advanced analytics, he had a top 15 interior pressure rate among defensive tackles with over 100 snaps. That means that when he was on the field, he was disruptive. The problem wasn't ability, it was opportunity and consistency. Now, with a fresh start in Dallas and a scheme that plays to his strengths, he's being positioned to unleash the full extent of his capabilities. There's a strong belief internally that with the right coaching and locker room culture, Winfrey could go from rotational disruptor to full-time nightmare for opposing guards and centers. His ability to penetrate gaps, collapse the interior, and get hands up in passing lanes brings an added dimension the Cowboys have needed to complement their elite edge rushers. Off the field, Winfrey's personality is as bold as his play. He's vocal, passionate, and energetic, traits that have already endeared him to Cowboys fans on social media, where he's been active in embracing the Cowboys Nation fanbase. Teammates have praised his energy in OTAs and minicamp, with several veterans noting his intensity during drills and quick adaptation to the Cowboys playbook. Leadership doesn't always come from the most experienced players, but from those who set the tone, and early indications suggest that Winfrey is one of those tone setters. He brings a swagger and fire that can't be taught, and in a locker room that's hungrier than ever to shed the underachiever label and return to the NFC Championship for the first time in nearly 3 decades, that kind of hunger matters. Looking ahead, the Cowboys have a lot riding on this year's defense, especially with an offense that may undergo changes depending on Dak Prescott's future and the development of younger weapons. For this team to reach its Super Bowl aspirations, they'll need to win the battle up front on both sides of the ball. Winfrey gives them a shot to do exactly that. His fit alongside bigger-bodied run-stuffers like Jonathan Hankins, coupled with explosive edge pressure from Parsons and Lawrence, gives Zimmer more tools than he's had in years. Expect to see creative stunt packages, inside twist plays, and overload blitzes that allow Winfrey to isolate and exploit mismatches. Offensive lines will be forced to choose their poison, double Parsons and risk Winfrey shooting through the B-gap untouched, or shift inside and watch their quarterback scramble for survival. In short, Winfrey has the potential to tilt the field. That said, success won't come automatically. Winfrey will need to continue maturing off the field, staying disciplined in his assignments, and avoiding the costly penalties or lapses that plagued his early career. The Cowboys staff is aware of these challenges and has already put structure in place to help him thrive, pairing him with veteran mentors, adding film study expectations, and emphasizing accountability at every level. If he embraces the grind, and all signs suggest he's already doing just that, the sky's the limit. Many around the league believe that Dallas may have pulled off one of the sneakiest pickups of the offseason, one that could pay off tenfold by November. Ultimately, Perrion Winfrey joining the Dallas Cowboys isn't just a transaction, it's a declaration. It's a team doubling down on its defensive identity. It's a player hungry to silence doubters and redefine his career. And it's a fanbase ready to erupt for a unit that could finally push the franchise past the divisional round heartbreaks of recent memory. If things click, if the coaching matches the talent, and if Winfrey's vow to wreak havoc holds true, then opposing quarterbacks had better keep their heads on a swivel. Because a new storm is brewing in Dallas, and his name is Perrion Winfrey.